One day, at Jetavana Monastery, the disciples of the Buddha were arguing. Each claimed to understand the truth. One said, "The soul is eternal." Another countered, "There is no self at all." Voices rose, pride met pride, until the Blessed One appeared, his presence bringing a sudden, profound silence. He looked upon his agitated followers with compassion, and their arguments dissolved into expectant stillness. The Buddha, seeing their confusion, knew that a story was needed, not another doctrine. He began to speak, his voice as calm and clear as a mountain stream, telling them a tale from long ago. Long ago, a great king wished to test the wisdom of his people. He brought a magnificent elephant into the central marketplace and gathered 6 men who had been blind since birth. The king invited each man to touch the elephant and describe what it was. The first man walked forward and his hands met the elephant's sturdy leg. He felt its thick, rough skin and its column-like shape. He stepped back and declared with confidence, "I know what an elephant is. It is like a great pillar." The second man approached and happened to touch the elephant's enormous, swinging ear. It was wide, thin, and moved with a gentle breeze. "No, you are mistaken," he said. "An elephant is not a pillar. It is like a large, sturdy fan." The third blind man reached out and his fingers grasped the smooth, sharp point of a tusk. He felt its curve and its solid, unyielding nature. "You are both wrong," he proclaimed. "This is no pillar or fan. An elephant is clearly a spear, sharp and dangerous." The fourth man placed his hands on the elephant's broad, expansive belly. He could not feel the beginning or the end of it. "How can you all be so mistaken?" he asked, perplexed. "It is obvious that an elephant is like a high, solid wall." The fifth man, standing near the rear, touched the elephant's tail. He felt the coarse hairs at its end as it swished back and forth. "It is nothing like a wall or a spear," he said with a laugh. "Can't you feel it? It's a broom, sweeping the air." The sixth man, the last to approach, felt the elephant's trunk as it moved, curling and uncurling. He felt it reach out and touch him gently. Startled, he jumped back. "You are all utterly mistaken," he shouted. "An elephant is a living, moving snake." Then the 6 blind men began to argue fiercely. Each was completely convinced that he alone was right and that all the others were fools. Their voices grew louder and louder in the marketplace, each clinging to his own limited experience as the absolute truth. The Buddha paused, letting the image of the arguing men settle in the minds of his disciples. He then smiled softly, his eyes filled with a deep understanding, and looked upon each of them. Each of those men, the Buddha said, was both right and wrong. Each touched only a part of the elephant and, in his ignorance, thought he knew the whole. So it is with those who grasp only a fragment of the truth. They cling to their narrow view and believe they see the Dharma entire, the whole of reality. He continued, "Truth is not found in words or opinions, but in a clear mind that sees wholly, without division. Human beings are much like those blind men. We see the world not as it is, but through the veils of our memory, our beliefs, and our desires in. We call that limited perception truth. One person clings to science, another to religion, another to the idea of the self. Each holds a small piece of the elephant, convinced it is the entire animal. When we cling so tightly to our own little piece, we lose sight of the magnificent whole. We build walls of certainty around our fragments of knowledge and declare war on anyone who holds a different piece. Meditation teaches us to stop, to pause, and to simply observe without judgment. It is in this stillness that the mind becomes a clear, undisturbed lake, capable of reflecting the whole sky. Only when the mind is still can we begin to see the full form of the elephant, the full, interconnected truth of life. It's not about finding a better piece to hold on to. It's about letting go of all the pieces to see what they form together. This practice isn't about emptying the mind, but about allowing it to become spacious enough to hold everything without grasping at anything. Today, in our modern world, we are still the blind man, but instead of an elephant, we touch our screens. We see one headline, one video, one comment, and we feel we know the whole story. We form our tribes around these digital fragments of reality, but everyone is only touching a different part of a vast, complex existence. The algorithm shows us the tusk, while our neighbor sees the tail, and we argue as if one invalidates the other, forgetting we are all touching the same creature. The Buddha did not ask us to believe him. He asked us to see for ourselves, to undertake the journey of discovery with an open and attentive mind. The path is not about accumulating more information, but about cultivating a different way of seeing. When the mind is clouded by opinions and the desperate need to be right, we are blind even in broad daylight. But when the mind is clear, even darkness shines with an inner light. To see the truth, we must be willing to let go of being right. We must approach the world with humility and curiosity, not with the arrogance of certainty. For the wise do not argue to when they listen to understand. The goal is not to prove that our piece of the elephant is the most important, but to join with others to see the magnificent creature in its entirety. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more wisdom to help clear the mind and open the heart. See you in the next video.